Arsenal is intensifying its efforts to secure the signing of young Brazilian talent Rodrigo from Real Madrid. The London club's move comes at a time when the forward is facing challenges in his position at the Spanish club, opening up new possibilities in the market. But what does this really mean for Arsenal and its fans? Let's explore the nuances of this negotiation. But before we go into detail, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay up to date on Arsenal news. Rodrigo, who arrived at Real Madrid as one of the brightest prospects in Brazilian football, has been facing a difficult period at the club. Despite his undeniable talent, fierce competition among the team's forwards, coupled with some injuries, have hampered his performance and playing time. This delicate situation has led Real Madrid's management to consider selling the player, especially with the transfer window approaching. Arsenal sporting director, Andrea Berta, sees Rodrigo as the ideal player to fill the gap left by Gabriel Martinelli, who may be in high demand in the European market. Arsenal's intention is clear: to bring in a player who not only complements the squad but also breathes new life into the attack, especially in national and international competitions. Rodrigo's arrival could not only strengthen the front line but also increase competitiveness within the squad. Sources close to Arsenal indicate that the club is already preparing a substantial offer to present to Real Madrid. The goal is to make an offer that not only attracts the attention of the Spanish club, but is also irresistible to Rodrigo. Arsenal is prepared to open its coffers, recognizing that investments in young talent are vital for long-term success. However, Arsenal's journey to secure Rodrigo's signing will not be easy. Liverpool is a strong competitor and is eyeing the same player. Both clubs have their respective strategies, and the competition promises to be fierce. Arsenal needs to offer not only an attractive financial package, but also a proposal that highlights Rodrigo's potential to become a star in London. Signing Rodrigo would be a clear sign of Arsenal's ambition to re-establish itself as one of the top clubs in the Premier League. The player, with his technical skill and speed, would fit perfectly into the style of play that the manager has been implementing. Furthermore, Rodrigo's presence could attract other talents to the club, creating an environment of competitiveness and excellence. Rodrigo also needs to consider his future. The possibility of a transfer to Arsenal represents a new chance to shine in a new setting, where he could become the star many believe he can be. The pressure in Madrid is intense, and in London, he would have the opportunity to reinvent himself and show his true potential. The scenario is taking shape, and expectations surrounding Arsenal and the potential arrival of Rodrigo are intensifying every day. Beyond the pressure on the board and the player, there's an emotional aspect that can't be ignored: the connection Rodrigo could establish with the fans. For many, the possibility of seeing a Brazilian talent wearing the Arsenal shirt evokes memories of great players who have graced the club, such as the legendary Gilberto Silva. This historical connection could facilitate the young striker's adaptation, allowing him to feel at home quickly. Arsenal's culture, with its rich tradition and passionate fanbase, offers a conducive environment for Rodrigo to flourish. The club's playing style, which values possession and dynamic attacking play, aligns perfectly with the player's characteristics. With his dribbling and playmaking abilities, he would become a valuable asset in the manager's tactical scheme. Team play, a hallmark of Arsenal, could be enhanced by the creativity and liveliness Rodrigo brings to the pitch. Meanwhile, the rivalry with Liverpool adds an extra layer of excitement to this negotiation. Arsenal fans are known for their loyalty and passion, and the idea of stealing talent from a direct rival would only increase the excitement. This would not only reinforce Arsenal's position in the Premier League, but also send a clear message that the club is determined to compete at the highest level. The competition between the two giants of English football is fierce, and each signing can be a game changer. It's important to note that Real Madrid, while open to negotiations, will not make Rodrigo's departure easy without a good reason. The pressure from the Madrid fans and the expectations surrounding the player are factors that the club will take into consideration. Real Madrid has a long history of developing talent, and Rodrigo's departure could be seen as a failure in its player development policy. Therefore, Arsenal will need to present a compelling offer, both in financial terms and in relation to the sporting project it can offer the player. Rodrigo's potential is also a matter of great interest. He has already shown flashes of his talent in important games, and his performance in international competitions with the Brazilian national team further highlights his credentials. The security that Arsenal could offer in terms of playing time and an essential role in the team could be a decisive factor in his decision to make the move. The desire to shine at a club that values his skills may be what Rodrigo needs to take the next step in his career. Furthermore, the presence of other Brazilian players in the Arsenal squad could facilitate Rodrigo's integration. Camaraderie and cultural understanding help create a welcoming environment. Players like Gabriel Jesus and other compatriots can act as mentors, helping Rodrigo adapt to the new setting, both on and off the field. This dynamic can be crucial for him to feel comfortable and confident, essential factors for any player's success at a new club. The support of the fans should also not be underestimated. Arsenal has one of the most passionate fan bases in the world, and the warm welcome Rodrigo would receive upon arrival at the club could boost his morale and performance. Having the unconditional support of the fans, who always value effort and dedication on the field, can be a powerful fuel for a young player seeking to establish himself among the greats. At the same time, Arsenal's coaching staff must be attentive to the player's needs. Managing his workload and adapting to the pace of the Premier League are factors that can directly influence Rodrigo's performance. A careful approach to training and his integration into the team can avoid excessive pressure in the first few months, allowing him to develop naturally and adapt to the new environment. With the transfer window approaching, the pressure is mounting. Arsenal is in a position where every move counts, and the ability to act quickly and strategically could be key to securing Rodrigo. The ability to negotiate with Real Madrid, ensuring the offer is attractive enough without compromising the club's financial structure, is a challenge the board needs to face. Rodrigo, for his part, is also at a decisive moment in his career. The choice to change clubs is always complex and involves many factors. The search for an environment where he can excel and grow as a player is essential. Arsenal can offer that, but the final decision will depend on him. The pressure and expectations surrounding his career are high, and his next choice could define his future in football. The arrival of Rodrigo could be the first step in a new era of success for Arsenal, a time when the club seeks to reclaim its place among the best in Europe. With the support of the fans, effective management, and the players' determination, the future could be bright. The expectation is palpable, and the coming days promise many twists and turns. The world of football is dynamic, and negotiations can change rapidly. Rodrigo is a name that is on the rise, and everyone's attention is focused on what will happen next. The possibility of seeing him at Arsenal brings hope and excitement, and the fans are ready to support their new idol, whoever he may be. The saga of Rodrigo's transfer to Arsenal is a perfect example of how unpredictable and exciting football can be. Every move, every conversation, every offer is a piece of this great puzzle. And as the days go by, the expectation only increases. Arsenal fans eagerly await, ready to celebrate the arrival of a new talent who could be the missing piece for the club to resume its path to glory. Ultimately, what everyone wants is a strong team, capable of fighting for titles and bringing joy to the hearts of Arsenal fans. And who knows, with Rodrigo in the squad, that dream could become a reality sooner than you might imagine. Arsenal fans are eager for news, and the expectation surrounding this possible signing is only growing. Rodrigo is seen as a player who can bring not only technical quality, but also emotion and dynamism to Arsenal's attack. The connection with the fans could be immediate, especially if he manages to showcase his talent right away. Arsenal's management is aware of the importance of this negotiation. A successful signing of Rodrigo could be a turning point in the season, positively impacting team morale and the connection with the fans. For Andrea Berta and his team, establishing a solid relationship with Real Madrid and the player is fundamental. Clear and transparent communication will be key to ensuring this negotiation progresses positively. With the transfer window approaching, behind-the-scenes activity tends to increase. Arsenal needs to act quickly and strategically, while Real Madrid evaluates its options. The pressure is on the shoulders of the management, but the opportunity to bring in a quality player like Rodrigo could be the change Arsenal needs to compete for titles next season. Rodrigo's future and his possible transfer to Arsenal are topics that will certainly generate much discussion among fans. Arsenal's moves in this transfer window could be decisive not only for the team but also for the player's career. With Berta's determination and Rodrigo's desire to shine, this negotiation promises to be one of the hottest topics in the transfer market. Now, it remains to be seen if Arsenal will be able to secure this talent for their team and how this will impact their performance. The club's pursuit of new titles. With this new perspective, Arsenal fans have reason to believe that the next season could be full of pleasant surprises.